Good old Bulbasaur, the first Pokémon. At least that's what the Pokédex claims. The most boring middle evolution of all. It's no wonder Ash never evolved his Bulbasaur. Ugh, yeah, actually, Ash made a smart decision for once. He spared his Pokémon from an ugly fate. So, if you can't get your tail wet, does that mean you can't ever take a bath? You must be very smelly. How sad that you're only known for being an asshole thanks to the anime. Remember what I said in the first ever Sylveon Trolls? How's that stealth rock working out for you? Yeah, looks like nothing has changed, huh? Let me get this straight. You left your closest friends and a stable job to hang out with this guy? I hope the never-ending void of the PC isn't too cold for you. Slightly more interesting than Ivysaur, but still extremely forgettable. Such a strong-looking Pokemon has to be popular in tournaments, right? Ooh, wah wah. Aw, look, it's Baby's first 3-stage evolution. Keep using Harden. I'm sure you've almost defeated him. People only work for you to defeat the first gym, and that's it. I would also say that this is Baby's first 3-stage evolution, but only people with no lives, aka completionists, care enough to capture you. Keep using Harden. I'm sure you've almost defeated him. Nobody cared about you until Game Freak gave you a Mega Evolution. You're more of a vermin than the actual vermin Pokemon. You guys ever notice that Pidgeotto's head feathers look like red ramen noodles? You didn't evolve, your feathers just grew, don't lie. Is there anyone out there that actually likes this Pokemon? Send them to me so I can call them a liar to their face. Even sadder than Charmeleon, you're mostly known for dying. Demonized in the first episode of the anime. Well, I guess it's better than... What are we going to name this snake Pokemon? How about snake, but backwards? Do you have a lisp? Or do you genuinely think your name starts with a ch sound? They say every time Pikachu breathes, the Pokemon Company makes $10,000 more. It must sting to not only be overshadowed by your pre-evolution, but also a recolor of yourself. Somebody get the hose! Something, Sonic the Hedgehog, moving on. It took only a single generation to make 2 whole evolution lines completely pointless. Doesn't it haunt you that you were almost the face of the entire franchise, only for that job to be taken from you by a rat? Don't look too closely at your shadow. You think a Pokemon that's so hard to find in the wild would be more useful on its own? Ew, you're secretly 9 old guys fused together? Gross. Who dares me to poke it with a needle? I'm sure this Pokemon has spawned tons of inflation art. If you weren't exclusive to caves, then you would be the vermin of the Kanto region for sure. Oh my god, they cut off his tongue! Those monsters! Oops, forgot to spray Roundup on my lawn last night. Hey, do you need a napkin or something? You got a little something there. You can thank Animal Crossing for ruining your reputation. This poor thing doesn't know the fate that's in store for them. A lot of people say Venonat looks like Butterfree because the evolutions got swapped when they were designing the Pokemon. I say Venonat looks like Butterfree because someone got lazy. A lot of people say that Venomoth looks like Caterpie because who's up for a game of Whack-A-Mon? You guys think the newer generations have lazy designs? This guy's just 3 Pokemon smushed together. Sucks to be known as the anti-mascot of the franchise, huh? This Pokemon must be a big weeaboo. Here comes the franchise's biggest punching bag. Well, better to be laughed at than ignored, I suppose. Steal any hats lately? I guess this is where they got the term going apeshit. I'm sure if Vulpix didn't exist, then you would be the favorite fire doggo of the franchise. But alas, the weebs win this round. Oh wow, it's a legendary! No wait, the anime's just stupid. Did you know? The swirl on Poliwag's belly is supposed to be its intestines showing through its skin. Hope you weren't eating just now. We took photos of this Pokemon before and after we told them they weren't in the Galar Pokédex. I would roast you, but you're going to teleport away before I finish. Yep, they're gone. To think, all this time, some bitter old man was keeping this Pokemon from appearing in the card game, all because he was holding a spoon. And yet he ignored the guy holding 2 spoons? Some lawsuits make absolutely no sense. Please put some pants on. No, wait, the pants actually make it weirder, never mind. Anyone else grossed out by this guy's lips? And people thought Jinx was bad. Of course, Pokemon number 69 has to have that face. Oh god, that's even worse! I'm guessing Game Freak didn't have enough data to keep one of the L's in your name. And here we have Kanto's Vermin of the Sea. Highlights of this Pokemon include 1 second of them destroying a building in the anime opening. I would make fun of how this guy doesn't have any feet, but take a moment to imagine him with feet. Yeah, it's totally gross. If it's one thing Pokemon designs are known for, it's consistency. My little pony, my little pony. Ah, somebody get some water! Behold, a Pokemon so stupid that people have resorted to eating it instead of training it. I'm getting Parasect vibes from this guy. One of the most annoying Pokemon to get a picture of. You guys think the newer generations have lazy designs? This guy's just 3 Pokemon smushed together. Whoa, deja vu. Anyone else getting hungry? Where did evolution go so wrong? Seriously, people think the ice cream Pokemon is uncreative? Remember kids, don't pollute, or else you'll find one of these in your sink. So like, does the tongue stay out, or... Okay, these 2 are right next to each other in the Pokédex. This can't be a coincidence. It's a conspiracy, I tell you! If you were a slowpoke in your past life, this is honestly the best case scenario. Get out of here, Clefable. I already trolled you. So, is Game Freak ever gonna give us Crystal Onyx, or are we stuck with this Boarfest? Why does this guy look like he just stepped out of a mud puddle? Hello, police? Yeah, I found him. These guys are begging to be eaten, and people would still rather eat Slowpoke. Do I even need to repeat myself? They're not eggs, they're seeds. Okay, tell that to the one in the back that has a yolk sticking out of it. Nobody cared about you until you became Alola's biggest joke. You guys really need some therapy. Oh wow, cool new fighting Pokemon! Too bad they're completely useless in the upcoming gym. Oh, so that's where Golbat's tongue went. Yeah, now's not an appropriate time for these 2. I can't imagine how uncomfortable hugging this Pokemon would be. Hey look, it's the first Pokemon! I'm assuming the eggs in their pouches can hatch into Happinies. So why do they let others eat them? That's kind of fucked up. And the award for the most forgettable Pokemon in the region goes to... Better keep an eye on your baby. They might end up like those 2. Fun fact, these guys can mate with Weepinbell. Not surprising, honestly, considering how much they have in common. All style, no substance. Imagine being named after the god of the sea in the beta version of the game, only for your name to be dumbed down in the final version. I don't know if you're aware of this, but your name is not Heya! I see we still haven't learned our lesson. Hide your moms, everybody! I bet this guy's really good at making salads. Yeah, no, I'm not touching this one. Hobbies include getting blown up by Voltorb. Hey, do you want to know this guy's Japanese name? It's Boober. Boober! Ah, the inferior Heracross. I know a good way to put all those Taurus Ash abandoned to good use. Who's up for a barbecue? Oh, you don't eat steak? Not a problem. Kind of sad that your Mega Evolution makes you less intimidating than your normal form. Look everyone, it's Kanto's own Surf Slave! Ew, Mew, you need to start cleaning up after yourself. Ah, my very own kin. That contract's still up for grabs, by the way. Just saying. So if your body's made up entirely of water, what would happen if I leave you in the desert? I take it back. Imagine trying to hug this Pokemon. It took 6 generations to get Flare Blitz, and yet you're still useless. You know what they say? Some things never change. Poor thing became a scapegoat for a problem that Pikachu caused. Can't have our mascot be held accountable. Real talk, who even cared about this Pokemon before Twitch Plays Pokemon happened? Ooh, who's a big scary boy? It's no wonder you became extinct. I can see why you were labeled as the false prophet. Look at those eyes. Oh, hi, Genesect. No, wait. Whoops. I must have accidentally left a Digimon in the Kanto folder. My bad. You're less of a Pokemon and more of an obstacle. Do you want your chicken frozen, microwaved, or fried? This is supposed to be a dragon? Looks more like a lowly worm to me. Name a bigger downgrade. Aw, is someone cranky because they're having an existential crisis? No, wait. This is the first Pokemon. If you don't count Arceus. It's a whole new world we live in. It's a whole new way to see. It's a whole new place with a brand new attitude. Even though most of the Pokemon are still related to Gen 1. Pokemon Johto. Pokemon Johto! Of course, we're starting with the most ignored grass starter. Oh, poor Chikorita. You're sounding a bit stuffy. Are you allergic to your own pollen? If I'm not in New Pokemon Snap while this Snorefest is, we're going to have some problems, Bandai Namco. Okay, this being a mouse, fine, I get it. This being a mouse? Weird, but okay. But this? How is this a mouse? Let me guess, you weren't cool enough to join the Galar Zigzagoon gang. So I heard you guys were sick of all the Charizard pandering. Count yourself lucky. If this Pokemon stayed as popular as it did when Gen 2 came out, we could have had countless forms of this. And honestly, that sounds way more boring. Your Donald Duck impression needs some work. Did the Zigzagoon gang reject you too? Well, at least you and Quilava have each other. Damn, boy, he thick! When Sentret sleeps, it does so while another stands on guard. The sentry wakes the others at the first sign of danger. When this Pokemon becomes separated from its pack, it becomes incapable of sleep due to fear. So remember, kids, if you catch a Sentrant, you'll give it insomnia. Better evolve it fast before it dies from exhaustion. Ah, the less cool Linoon. Girl, you have to tell me what mascara you use. We can always count on Game Freak to make the most underwhelming bird Pokemon. These so-called 5-star Pokemon are more like a 2 out of 5. And that's being generous. Speaking of categories, what do you think this Pokemon is categorized as? I'll give you some time to guess. Time's up! Did you guess String Spit Pokemon? No, you didn't. Don't lie. And here we have what the Dex calls the Long Leg Pokemon. Funny, I can think of plenty of Pokemon with much longer legs. Ah, the first of the Gen 1 leftovers. To be honest, this one's pretty cool. It's a shame your previous forms are so lame. We should make a Pokemon based on this really cool and scary deep sea fish. Any ideas? Yeah, let's make it not scary and completely pointless. You're responsible for this franchise's Pika clone fate. Let that weigh on your tiny little Pika shoulders. Oh, speaking of which... Pokemon babies, we make Game Freak dreams come true. Pokemon babies will do nothing for you. Okay, so remember how Magmar's Japanese name is Boober? Check this out!
Booby!
Hey kid, you want some joy dust? So glad Game Freak gave us existential dread in Pokemon form. It's just what we all needed. Honestly, this is one of the few Johto designs that's actually clever, and it's naked. Why? Hey kids! Remember how in the first gen we introduced these evolution stones that you had to scour the region to find in order to complete your Pokédex? Well, guess what? We added more! Good luck, suckers! Hey look, it's Peekaboo. Merely 6 words strike fear into professional trainers when they see this Pokemon. Huge power, belly drum, aqua jet. Did it seriously take Game Freak a whole generation to realize their tadpole Pokemon needed a frog-shaped evolution? Kudos to the devs for making the world's most punchable Pokemon line. This guy's probably a beast at rock, paper, scissors. That's about it, though. Behold, the most useless Pokemon in existence. Even your evolution doesn't make up for it. I'm starting to think Johto was Game Freak's dumping ground for unfinished Pokemon line concepts. Most of the Pokédex entries on this guy talks about how it coats itself in a poisonous film when it leaves the water. So, what do you think its typing is? That's right, water, ground. Imagine having your name be ruined by a stupid adult cartoon. And I thought Flareon was a boring evolution. At least Umbreon has the guts to be edgy. Like you said in the second movie, you could use pants. Hey completionists! Ready to catch the same Pokemon 28 times? Female Wobbuffet and Hoot Hoot should totally collab on their beauty channels. Imagine the views! This, my loyal viewers, is what we call a gimmick Pokemon. A Pokemon made specifically because people thought it would be funny. And that's it. Other gimmick Pokemon include Dunsparce. Well, at least Girafareg isn't as stupid in comparison. Running out of ideas already? Okay, the mouse thing from before. Whatever. But how is this a bagworm? A bit more exciting. But come on, Crystal Onyx! Look out, Clefairy and Clefable. We've got some new fairy Pokemon in town. I guess. I'ma be real, I forgot this Pokemon even existed. As if Scyther wasn't edgy enough. Damn son, what's all this defense for? What are you trying to protect? Some stinky rotten berry juice? It's not worth it. If you thought female Wobbuffet was stupid, then take a look at this. What a perfectly fine Pokemon design that will most certainly be ruined in a later generation. Someone should remind Teddy Ursa that sucking your thumb too much will give them buck teeth when they grow up. Uh-oh, better call Umbreon. I think someone's trying to steal their look. You look less like magma and more like snot. 4 times weak to water, huh? You're going to be very upset in the next generation. How does it feel knowing you're going to have to wait 2 generations and 2 evolutions to finally be able to open your eyes? People didn't care about you until Game Freak killed off your entire species in the Galar region. That's so sad, and quite the heavy-handed metaphor. 2 more casualties of the beta design massacre. Game Freak saw those Christmas dollar signs and knew what they had to do. It's too bad their ideas were half-baked and people would rather buy a Pikachu plush with a Santa hat. This Pokemon looked like they took some of Togetic's joy dust. Someone went a little bit overboard when they found out they were adding Steel-type to this generation. The Growlithe and Arcanine for people who unironically listen to Linkin Park. So this is a dragon, but these are not? Oh, Pokemon. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. What? Alright, I'll make the obvious joke. Porygon 2! Being an artist must be one hell of a struggle. Ah yes, the 3 most popular Kung Fu stars. Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, and Beyblade. You want to see me scare the older fans out of their minds? Roll out. Imagine being outclassed by your previous evolution holding a rock. Let's see, and take out their own movie. Suicune got a supporting role, and Raikou got... oh, nothing. Hey, wait a second, why are you 3 between all the legendaries in the decks? Get out of here, posers! Go, shoot, go on! The nerve of some Pokemon. As far as legendary designs go, this one is definitely the most underwhelming. Aha! We found the culprit that gave Ash eternal youth! This Pokemon is responsible for all those limited edition Pokemon events everyone loves so much. Oh great. What's this guy gonna do? Sell me car insurance? If you're going to travel through time, at least have a good plan beforehand. You should probably see a doctor for those giant growths on your back. They look disgusting. Welcome to KFP! Kentucky Fried Pokemon! Would you like the nuggets, the hot wings, or the 8-piece bucket? Do you like dead memes? This guy looks more like a rejected baseball team mascot than a Pokemon. You really were a wimp before Anchor Arms. These guys are the 4Kids version of Houndour and Houndoom. Alright, who let their 5-year-old into the Pokemon art team? Enjoy your sleek design while you can. Your future's going to get a little bit weird. Oh good, just what we needed. Another Caterpillar line. So wait, you get a different Pokemon based on a stat that's completely invisible to the player? Man, the devs really do hate completionists. Imagine this. You have 2 students handing in 2 different essays. One student found an essay online and changed a few of the words, while the other actually did their own research and their own writing. Do you see what I'm trying to say? You know, I just realized Lotad has 6 legs, and now I'm grossed out. This Pokemon doesn't look jolly to me. Can you imagine hiking in the woods and being assaulted by this thing just because he started humming? My soul would instantly leave my body. Almost as uncreative as Pineco. Almost. This Pokemon makes me feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh well, I know you're supposed to be scary and all, but how do you pick things up with your leaf hands? Me 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 me. Me 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 me. Finally, a Pokemon to represent the worst bird in existence. Stop using protect and actually fight, damn it! Can someone please give this baby a haircut? Oh, so you want to be a ballet dancer when you grow up? Be prepared for a lifetime of foot and ankle injuries. So I've been thinking, and you guys were right. Gardevoir is definitely a much better pun. Thanks! Ew. More like the Lieball Pokemon. I'm sorry. Watch out for a couple of Italian plumbers. They may mistake you for a 1-up. This Pokemon is definitely... totally fine. Moving on. Oh, this must be the guy that designed all those baby Pokemon. Such an honor to meet you. Quarantine really changes a person. Quarantine really changes a person. Just what we wanted. A Pokemon based on the most annoying insect. Thanks. On top of that, they made a Pokemon based off its disgusting sheddings! Who asked for this? Aw, how cute. Except for the fact that it has a visible butthole. Skrillex's favorite Pokemon. They really should have quit while they were ahead. Why does this guy look like a scrapped Pika clone? Now that's what I call Yowie hands. Pokemon babies, looks like they forgot about you. Oh good, another pointless gimmick Pokemon. I better troll them fast before they get distracted. Hey, come back here! I'm about to ruin this Pokemon for you guys. Are you ready? Are those gem eyes painful? Gardevoir I can understand, but the giant mouth Pokemon? You guys are freaks. Oh, so it's basically a metal termite. Why do people like it again? Great, yeah, let's make the metal termite bigger. What could go wrong? Did this Pokemon really need a diaper? I had to censor this Pokemon's legs because I couldn't trust YouTube to see it as, you know, something else. They could have picked any other color, and they chose the one that makes this Pokemon look like it's about to barf. Excellent choice! Ugh, come on, Game Freak! 2, 4, 6, 8. What do we all love to hate? Pika clones! If you look up the word mediocre in the dictionary, you'll find these two next to it. I really don't understand why they couldn't just put this Pokemon in Gen 4. You know, with its pre- and post-evolution. And the award for the dirtiest sounding Pokemon names goes to these two! I'm a piranha. I live in the Amazon. Why should I be afraid of a half-erased shark? What hasn't the internet said about these fatzos? What if Slowpoke was slightly more useful? But only slightly. Putting this Pokemon in this generation is just cruel and unusual. Yeah, I can see why they renamed you. You can't even hug this Pokemon without accidentally killing it. Ludicolo, you are most certainly not. If they wanted to make a Pokemon with countless variants, they could have at least created something more interesting. Pac-Man? Is that you? Great, another annoying loud bug. Are those eye shields removable?
Maybe I should check.
Who needs Pumpkaboo when we have this guy's shiny form? James is extremely lucky his Cacnea never evolved. They really brought their A-game to all the other bird Pokemon in this generation once they realized Tailo was so lame. Would you call this Pokemon the 8th Wonder? I'm surprised they didn't just put this Pokemon in the Ekans family. The anime certainly wants that to be so. What a cool concept! Too bad the execution is severely lacking. So this is the Whisker Pokemon? Are you sure? Forget Magikarp, fry me up some of that! Beautifly was one thing, but if you're gonna keep reusing Kanto concepts, at least pick a good one. This guy and Hitmontop should totally have a breakdancing contest. People think this Pokemon looks creepy, but I'm more focused on its turkey baster arms. Oh, fossil Pokemon are back? Let's take a look! Yeah, these should have stayed buried. I don't need to roast you when all of your Pokédex entries talk about how ugly you are. How could anyone call this the most beautiful Pokemon when I exist? Today's forecast calls for a slight drizzle of inappropriate jokes and a 100% chance of rotting away in the PC. I can't imagine how many kids thought their game was broken because of this guy. I know it's you, Rotom. Stop fooling around. This guy needs about, 4 more zippers. Dude, what the fuck? A Grim Reaper evolving into a mummy? What is this, Digimon? Better keep an eye out for a certain well-dressed ape.
Oh, banana.
Filing this under wasted Pokédex space. Right next to Lufdisk. Disaster Pokemon? Honey, that haircut is a disaster. Please find a barber. Why did they make a pre-evolution of a mediocre Pokemon? Well, why not? I'm shocked they didn't purplefy this Pokemon like they did with Jinx. Poor Sap has no idea how hard he'll be dropped when Gen 4 rolls around. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's in poor taste to make a commonly beaten animal into a ball. And then there's this one that uses their babies for juggling practice. Ah! Rabies! Don't touch me! How much do you think these bad boys go for on the black market? Asking for a friend. With a face like that, it's no wonder you live deep in the ocean. Were the fish boobies really necessary? Ready to spend hours underwater just to find a map? Huh, that's weird. I can't seem to find the next 3 Pokemon. Where did they go? The idea of these guys combining seems cool in theory, but in practice, yeah, this is kinda dumb. Your bodies may be made of rock, ice, and steel, but are your bodies ready? Hey, wait, isn't one of you supposed to be dead? In a region mostly dominated by water, I think I know who the clear winner would be. Stop hiding in the sky and control your siblings! What would Papa Arceus think? Ooh, let's make a wish. I wish with all my heart that the Pokemon Company would stop with the annual releases and give Game Freak a goddamn break. So, with the new Pokemon lore in place, why isn't this thing considered an Ultra Beast? a starter that's even less popular than Chikorita. Steven Spielberg would like to have a word with you. After seeing the giant Torterra in Detective Pikachu, the real thing is extremely underwhelming. Who would want a Pokemon that's constantly farting? He has no style, he has no grace. This Mon has a swollen face. Get that checked out. Ooh, with a design so stylish, this Pokemon has to have some kind of unique category. Let's see. Really? That's the best you could come up with? You have a lot of pride for a Pokemon that I could so easily punt across a football field. I can't imagine how painful it is to have your beak grow around your head when you evolve. Yeah, that checks out. Great, more boring birds. Can we get some variety here? When I said variety, I didn't mean unironic edge. Ooh, another milestone! Game Freak managed to make a Pokemon that's more of a joke than Dunsparce. So much so that its evolution gets completely ignored. Did someone at Nintendo accidentally leave a Mario enemy design in the Pokemon art department? I can't decide if it's funny or sad that people only know you for your ridiculous cry. Oh, I just can't wait till I evolve. Oh, never mind. Go back. Only a couple more generations until a better lion Pokemon dethrones you, giving new meaning to the term fashionably late. Are we just going to ignore the fact that this dinosaur has a large tumor on its head? Yikes. It's no wonder this guy went extinct. I don't understand how these Pokemon don't just fall over from the sheer weight of their giant faces. Ah yes, the three genders. Plant, sand, and trash. You'll never have what Dustox has. It's Nicolas Cage's worst nightmare, bees to the third power! They had such a good thing going, but then they got to the face and they gave up entirely. You may be another uncreative Pika clone, but I can appreciate a fellow Dragon Slayer. I guess we're ripping off Sonic characters now. I can't take this Pokemon seriously after watching that one avant-garde fashion show where people were just wearing inflatable pool toys. So why aren't there tons of theories about the tiny Cherubi, similar to the theories about Wobbuffet and Girafarig? Oh, right, it's because nobody cares about you. The form change would be an interesting battle strategy, if people actually wanted to use you in battle, that is. Having different flavors doesn't make you any less of a borefest. Ah, the first of the who asked for this evolutions. People were so shocked by their Pokédex entries, but honestly, it's because they haven't really been paying attention. For a Pokemon that boasts such strong ears, it's interesting how one of your main abilities is to run away. They knew exactly what they were doing when they designed this Pokemon, and you suckers fell for it. Wait, isn't this that one Resident Evil lady people are obsessed with? For a Pokemon that prides itself in being a big crime boss, you sure seem to just be a lazy fat ass. People that got upset over Alola and Meowth really should have learned their lesson after this hot mess. Here we go again. Pokemon Babies, the reboot that nobody wanted. Stop. How do we emphasize that these two skunk Pokemon stink really bad? Oh, I know! Let's give them literal butt faces and have their cries sound like farts! And I thought Chimchar was bad. Well, someone in the art department wanted to write their vacation off on their taxes. This is what happens when you base your Pokemon off of a single console gimmick. Eventually, they'll be obsolete. If only anyone working on the anime actually knew how to draw you properly. But I guess that's what happens when money and time is tight. Don't worry, everyone. I made sure these guys couldn't run away this time. What do you say, Pachirisu? Got your citrus berries ready? You can really tell that they designed Lucario first and then blanked on what to do with this guy. Alright, you can see auras. Tell me then.
What color is mine?
How uncomfortable it must be to sweat sand. I can't see the gaping mouth as anything other than this Pokemon trying to sing its heart out. scaredy scorpion from Utopia is more threatening than you are. Never in my life have I thought I would see a Pokemon represented by a crumpled up piece of paper. This guy must spend a lot of time on Twitter. James's Cacneo was one thing, but in all honesty, Brock dodged a bullet here. Speaking of, I'm pretty sure they only designed this Pokemon to further bully James. That's all it's good for anyway. Out of all the boring fish Pokemon, you two have got to be the most forgettable. I have no mouth, and I must freeze. Ah, just what this Pokemon needed. Branch boobies. The only thing vile here is your fashion sense. Wow, how useless can you be? I can't believe they nerfed this guy's tongue. It's Golbat all over again. Compared to your previous evolution, I'd say your name should be Rhyperior. Did they even try with this one? 'Cause I don't think they did. Two perfect examples of the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Definitely do not show Togekiss Croagunk's Twitter feed. What a bottom-of-the-barrel pick for an evolution. So much for having a unique evolution process, huh? It's like they couldn't decide on a single theme here. Was the wait really worth it? You ruined a perfectly good Pokemon. Look at it, it's got anxiety! People don't like that their male Gardevoirs are confusing their sexuality. Let's fix this by adding heteronormativity. Who asked for this? No, seriously, who actually asked for this waste of Pokédex space? Someone must have stolen this from the Kingdom Hearts art team. What is with this generation and introducing tons of furry bait? From a one-of-a-kind encounter to a literal tool. How the mighty have fallen. Then again, you always were kind of a tool. Let's give all Gen 4 fans watching a heart attack. Hey, Game Freak, there is such a thing as over-designing. You know that, right? I was going to say that Cresselia was the most forgotten legendary, but honestly, I literally forgot about this thing. So, I guess it wins. Do you think this guy feels like a purple Pikmin? I adore how this guy can change from big, scary, and opposing to the world's most metal worm on a string. Getting these two for your Pokédex is truly and unironically a waste of time. I see the child that designed Zigzagoon must be going through their edgelord phase. The Diva Syndrome really took over during your filming of the movie, huh? Again, I have to ask, is this Pokemon or Digimon? So why does the god of all Pokemon need separate items to be able to use all the types? Not so all-powerful, huh? Unova's dex actually starts with a mythical Pokemon so desperate to be number 1 that it ended up being number 0 in its region. If that's not a warning for what's to come, I don't know what is. I would say that this is much better than Turtwig, but at least Turtwig gets to keep all of their limbs when they evolve. Man, we've had 2 firefighting starters in a row! We need some variety. This guy looks promising though. What do you think it'll be? Fire ground? Fire normal? Maybe it'll get a psychic typing like Grumpig, or maybe... Oh look, it's the number 2 hero. I think they were trying a little too hard to recapture the cuteness factor Piplup had. Did the artists forget that Pokemon evolutions have to look, you know, similar? Someone please introduce these Pokemon to eye drops. Game Freak really just said fuck them kids, huh? Are we sure this was supposed to be a Pokemon and not just someone's doodle of their pet that got mixed in with the designs? This must be Mong Doll's Pokemon of choice. I bet we could fit all of the lyrics to the Pokemon theme song on this guy's forehead. Fun fact, this Pokemon shares its category with a legendary. Too bad it's just Galarian Articuno. I have a sneaking suspicion that these Pokemon were originally going to be this gen's starters, but a higher-up had to step in and go, no, that's stupid. Which is why they only get one super underwhelming evolution. This kid must have found a genie or something because they forgot to wish for their dream Pokemon to not be ugly. And its evolution's even more of a train wreck. Even to this day, you're still the vermin of the Unova region. Are we really trying to make this the symbol of peace in the Pokemon world? This? The Pokemon that evolves into something named Unpheasant? You'd think an electric zebra Pokemon would be more interesting. Adding more Thunderbolts isn't really helping the boredom. I'm pretty sure they came up with this name before they even designed this Pokemon. They literally just tried to make Graveler again and ended up with a disgusting mess. Since most of its dex entries talk about solar energy, that must mean they have a secondary grass typing, right? Nope! False advertising! Hey fans, remember how much you loved Zubat? Oh, you didn't? Well, here's more bats anyway! Oh, a region infested with Pokemon that can dig underground and mess up building foundations and man-made tunnels? This is the perfect place to build a subway system! Touch me with those disgusting ear feelers and I will end your life. Were the bulging veins really necessary? Muscular clowns has to be someone's fetish if this was allowed to exist. Who on this Arceus-given Earth would go through the trouble of trading to get this disgusting nightmare of a Pokemon? Who? This must be what happens when you let Poliwag and Jigglypuff breed. These Pokemon need some help from Curology, today's sponsor. I'm kidding. Who in the right mind would sponsor this show? I didn't realize Sesame Street was located in Unova. I was starting to think this region wouldn't add yet another Caterpillar Pokemon, but I guess I had my expectations too high. I'll give them some credit. They're only slightly more useful than the other Cocoon Pokemon. So you're telling me that this Pokemon is based on being a mother? And the furries chose Lilligant? Looks like it's gonna be a while before you're worth anything, huh? Did someone lose a wheel off their truck? Prepare to get very sick of this Pokemon if you like tournaments. What's the worst they can do to me? Knit me a sweater? Half of the Pokédex entries on this mon are about eating the leaves on its head. So my question is this. Which sick person was the first to ever try that? Oh, I understand completely now. You guys are cowards. Ooh, this'll pair perfectly with my petalil salad. Weird that so many of its dex entries are about how it hides in the sand for protection when you literally cannot get rid of these guys when you're out exploring. If advice memes didn't go out of style when this gen was released, I'm sure this guy would have been the subject of a really terrible one. Do I have to make the Gurren Lagann joke again? Don't make me say it. Aw man, I already made a My Hero Academia joke in this video. I can't do another. Really though, who are you? I think the design team for this generation had a bug bias. I'm surprised a certain orange cat hasn't mistaken this Pokemon for his favorite food. Can someone please give these two some belts?
Belt.
Why do they keep putting this Pokemon in other regions when it's less memorable than whatever that Pokemon's name is? Quick, put this Pokemon away before the creepypasta fans and game theorists flood the comments! Seriously, an ancient Egyptian sarcophagus Pokemon in a region based on New York City? Makes about as much sense as putting it in a region based on the UK. Which Unova fossil do you prefer? The cool and unique sea turtle Pokemon? Or the ugly bird that still looks like how it did when it died? Remember to take out the trash sooner rather than later. It might sprout eyes and a mouth. I am the great mighty Pooh. Whose Shadow the Hedgehog fan children is this? It must suck for you to live in the same region as the garbage Pokemon. If regional differences were introduced in this generation, I'm sure this would have been Unovian Smoochum instead. And I don't know which is worse. How does it feel to share your category with a pig? I'd like to apologize to gothic lolitas everywhere for this obvious disrespect of your fashion. Does someone in the art department really think cells look like little butts? On close inspection, maybe I should censor this one. I'm just gonna play this.
Hey bro, what do you want to eat?
The souls of the innocent.
A bagel.
No!
2 bagels.
Funny how this is the multiplying Pokemon, yet it can't naturally learn Double Team. That's a duck! That's a duck, man! And I thought the fish boobies were dumb. The ice cream Pokemon? That's what you were also upset about? No, I'm not kidding. I've seen more people argue over the ice cream Pokemon than the literal garbage Pokemon. I mean, yes, they are pretty dumb. But can you really say that they're more dumb than any other dumb Pokemon I've talked about so far? You're telling me you guys can defend Nosepass before these guys? Tangrowth? Lovedisc? At least get your priorities straight before you start throwing a fit. A unique concept for a Pokemon, to be sure. However, consider how many children got this game for Christmas, only to end up with the most boring version of this Pokemon. Such a waste. We already have a flying Pikachu. We don't need another one. Oh good, I was wondering where my wrench went. That armor can't hide what you really are, dirty thief. Voltorb I can understand. But how in the world do you mistake a mushroom for a Pokeball? It's not even all the way round. Don't say a word. Oh goody, more heteronormativity. I take it back. This is Mongdal's Pokemon of choice for sure. I can't believe they actually had the gall to make an evolution for Lovedisc. Wait, it's not related to Lovedisc and is in fact its own Pokemon? Somehow that makes it even more dumb. Apparently ticks grow up to be tarantulas now. Someone in the design team didn't pay attention in biology class. The world's most deadly Kinder Eggs. And that's saying something considering this region's based on a country that banned Kinder Eggs. We've got these Pokemon based on gears, but we forgot to give them names, and the game ships out tomorrow! Quick, throw some silverware down the stairs! Please don't make me say what this really looks like. I'm not fit to explain the birds and the bees to you guys. Another example of name first, design later. This looks like it should not exist. If we ever did make contact with aliens, do you think they would find these Pokemon offensive? I loved your part in that one episode of SpongeBob. No, Timmy, Grandma's not going to heaven because a Pokemon's using her soul as fuel. Alright, a Pokemon that looks like a chandelier. What do you think its category will be? Really? Someone please get this kid to a dentist. I think they need braces. Oh god, you see? Soon enough he'll look like that picture of Lisa Simpson. If you're already sick of Scolipede, then I'm sure you're already sick of this guy too. Remember to get your vaccine, everybody. Ew, your beard is made of frozen snot? I think I'm gonna vom. Again, how are more people offended by the ice cream Pokemon than this monstrosity? Ew, get your kissy lips away from me. At least take me to dinner first. Which trigger anime did this guy come from? I feel like they should play a laugh track every time this Pokemon shows up in the wild. Everybody was kung fu fighting. This just looks like a kid's first attempt at drawing a dragon. I'ma just leave this meme here for you guys. Just what a region based on New York needs. A Pokemon line based on chess. Oh, so that's why all the Unova trains are underground. Again, not like it does any good. Oh hey, they must have gotten their hair care tips from the previous Pokemon. Unova!
Fuck yeah!
Flying in to save the motherfucking day. Finally, a perfect Pokemon to represent the region based on America. A bird that feeds on the dead. The only thing that would have been more American would have been a living oil rig. Imagine having a cool signature move, only for the game devs to give it to a sexy lizard in a piece of tape. What's more sad than being designed specifically to be eaten by another Pokemon? He's gonna take you back to the past. Oh, wait, wrong game critic. Have we learned nothing from Doduo? Dragon and Dark type? Interesting. This is supposed to be a torch? It looks more like a... Well, let's just say Snoop Dogg would love this Pokemon. And the award for the most tedious Pokemon to obtain is... Oh, you want the 3 Musketeer Pokemon in your UK-themed Pokemon game you just bought? Fork over another 30 bucks, kid. How do you guys keep getting lost? Again, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is in the studio next door. Another trio of legendaries? At least the first 2 trios were more interesting. And these are supposed to be the main legendaries. Now that the Brony fandom is practically non-existent, I can make fun of this Pokemon all I want! Suck it, losers! Another mythical Pokemon designed to be forgotten in the limited Pokédexes of newer generations. A moment of silence. Okay, moment over. I don't know which Pokemon has it worse here. The Pokemon that was bred to become a super weapon? Or the Pokemon that died millions of years ago, only to be resurrected and turned into a super weapon? Then again, at least Mewtwo didn't have a life beforehand. Let's start off with... The jokes are just writing themselves now. We're gonna need a different paladin to banish this monstrosity masquerading as a paladin. Wow, what an interesting factoid! You know, if this Pokemon could actually learn Tackle. What a cute Pokemon! I sure hope it doesn't evolve into a biped, otherwise we'll be in big trouble! And there goes the internet. Finally, the firefighting starter curse has been broken by... a furry with a stick. How underwhelming. This design is pretty cute until you realize that it's constantly blowing snot bubbles. Disgusting. Pretty sure this guy Naruto runs to all of his classes and argues with his peers about how Goku could beat Superman. Something in my mind tells me this guy sounds like a certain Muppet, but I'm not sure why. I like to call this one Baneri's ugly cousin. Are we sure that's just mud covering this guy and not... something else? Let me guess. Normal flying type. Why do I even bother? Finally, something with a little spice! 11 herbs and spices to be exact. You guys do realize you also have Caterpie in this generation, right? Isn't this a bit redundant? What a horrible name for a species to be stuck with. Oh, you want to collect every variation of this Pokemon? You better start begging for trades on the internet, loser! It's kinda sad that the not lion Pokemon from a couple gens ago looks more like a lion than the actual lion Pokemon. Which would you rather have at your party? The cool flame-maned lion? Or toothpaste hair? Introducing the very first original fairy Pokemon! A bug on a flower. That awkward moment when an edgy redesign is more popular than your entire species. This Pokemon must be a Virgo, because they clearly have the too much gene. Did Santa not bring you a bicycle this year? No problem. Just buy yourself a Pokeball and catch one of these. That's all they're good for anyway. It's shocking that it took this long to get an actual panda Pokemon. That one doesn't count and you know it. The JoJo fans are losing their minds right now. No amount of fancy haircuts can make this Pokemon worth anything. Didn't take long for you to become a dead meme, huh? Of course they had to make the female one a bitch. What are you trying to say, Game Freak? Didn't the sword belong to a certain Knight of the Wind? What could be worse than one cursed sword? Oh, I know! 2 cursed swords! It manipulates people and Pokemon into being subservient? Politics really haven't changed. Ooh, this Pokemon looks like it's wearing a Plague Doctor mask. Maybe it'll evolve into some kind of creepy Plague Doctor bird. Perhaps a dual-type fairy ghost, or maybe... This is what you went with? I hope whoever made this decision is ashamed of themselves. Well, they don't call it fairy floss for nothing. Let's hope the chefs this Pokemon helps doesn't accidentally serve its own Pokemon to their customers. If you wanted to evolve this Pokemon but didn't have a guidebook or a reliable source of internet, you would have been fucked. 2 Uggos for the price of 1! The price is your dignity. Shouldn't you be off harassing some Power Rangers? Is this Pokemon dying, or does it just look like that? I'd be more afraid of this poison type if it wasn't A, a dragon, and B, doo-doo brown. You guys see big, terrifying claws. I see a delicious seafood buffet! This looks less like a lizard and more like a fucked up dog. Haven't I seen you in a movie before? Finally, a Pokemon to represent the Nintendo fandom after every Direct! Unstoppable in the past, huh? Welcome to the present, honey. How does it feel to be designed by the same person that designed this geezer? You know, I keep complaining about Kanto milking, but since I am a new evolution of a Kanto Pokemon, I guess I'm part of the problem, huh? There, I trolled myself. Are you happy?
Success!
Forget Jack Black voicing Bowser. He should have been hired to voice this Pokemon. Don't drop that din-din-eh. Ay, don't drop that din-din-eh. I bet these guys make great Sableye snacks. Ew, I think I stepped in something. Oh wait, it was just this Pokemon. Evolution really screwed you over, huh? Like I said with Lopunny, the designers knew exactly what they were doing. You guys have to stop falling for easy bait like this. Imagine someone trying to threaten you with a tactic that keeps babies entertained. Oh goody, another ghost Pokemon with a tragic backstory for the creepypasta fandom to cling to. This is what happens when real trees find out that Sudowoodo has been mocking them. I shall refer to my Delibird roast, except replace Christmas with Halloween, and Pikachu with a Santa hat with literally any other Pokemon with a costume on. Including me. The fact that I haven't seen this Pokemon used as a joke in any Pokemon Iceberg videos is really telling of how little people care about it. Okay, you can't just steal a piece of the polar ice cap, glue legs to it, and call it a Pokemon. Ever wanted a Zubat but with the added annoyance of the Whismur line? Well, somebody did. How much Zenny is this guy worth? I'm thinking about putting up a bounty. Haven't I seen you in a Ghibli film before? That or a bootleg Pokemon cartridge. Bacon. I can't wait for the third installment of Gen 6 so we can learn more about this Pokemon, and it's cancelled. Guess we'll just shoehorn it into the next generation. Just a sad attempt at making a forgettable Pokemon more interesting than it actually is. The Pokemon Company keeps trying again and again to make this guy relevant, and the fans keep not caring in the slightest. Wow! The first ever dual-type fire-water Pokemon! Too bad you forgot to do something interesting with that concept. In the year 2013, X and Y was released, introducing yours truly and also a big change. Game Freak gave their eager fans Mega Evolution, and it made Pokemon battles so torturous and strange. Yes, I did say torturous, look it up, it's messed up. Stare into your Slowbro's eyes next time you use that stone. I've already touched upon Bad Hair Day and more on Brawn, but you all wanted to see me troll those left alone. Some are perfectly okay, like these queens, they both slay. There are others that seem like they're constantly in pain. Aerodactyl's one of them. I mean, really, look at him. Sharp rocks bursting through his skin, he'll never be the same. Glalie got a broken jaw, Scissors got some meaty claws. Sharpedo looks like he got the Lopunny treatment. Some are trying way too hard, like Captain of the Royal Guard, Cotton Ball General, so and Big Ball of Cement. Don't let this guy give you hugs, this is what you see on drugs. Are you hungry? Let's cook up some fresh lobster dinner. These will haunt you in your dreams. These look like a GOCs. If there was a lazy contest, you'd be the winner! They changed their own bug species. I found all the Christmas trees. Dude, you've got some pointy knees. This guy stole the moon. Neutral special wield a gun. This is boring. This is dumb. Cameroptus looks like a volcanic buffoon. Nothing different, point to screw. Of course, the fan favorites too. I can't tell these two apart. Don't lie, neither can you. What if we just made these worse? Yeah, we get it. Hello, nurse. Y is fine, but X ruins the whole point of Mewtwo. Yes, the perfect power-up is shield and cover up your butt. Maybe she is born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Another boring display. Seriously, are you okay? We're from a cool space organ to a space bullet train. Do you want some design tips? Don't give your Pokemon nips. Whoever designed this one is mentally insane. Last but not least, you could be my biggest enemy. I bet you expect me to cry and run away. Well, no, I'm not. Think again. Because this guy looks like he was doused in Mountain Dew, code red, and left to dry in the hot summer sun till he looked like raisins. Bruh. Finally, a Pokemon perfect for bowling. Jigglypuff was too light, and Voltorb would just explode the pins. Can we talk about how this Pokemon has a bow tie above his beard? Talk about tacky. I knew it, you're just a poser. If you think hairballs are bad on their own, wait until you have to deal with hairballs that also scorch your carpet. Don't worry, everyone. I taped his feet to the floor. There's no way it can evolve into a biped now. Well, I tried. You're not just a clown. You're the whole circus. Game Freak really said trans rights. We are the crystal gems. I know it's supposed to be a woodpecker, but this Pokemon's beak is reminding me of a certain noisy penguin. Do not touch this guy's Fruit Loops. I don't know about you, but these two Pokemon are forever ruined for me because of a certain unsavory orange individual. Hey, do you guys hear something? What is that?
Rats. We pray at night, we stalk at night. We're the rats.
I'm the giant rat that makes all of the rules.
Let's see what kind of troll we can get ourselves into.
You might want to lay off the malasadas, Tubby. You will never have what Snom has. The urge to play this Pokemon like an accordion is killing me. Hey, weren't you in the last episode? Ah yes, just what Meowth needed. Anger issues. Lasagna must be very popular in Alola. Will someone please get this guy a napkin? He's been dribbling since 2016. I'd start seeing lots of colors too if all I ate was toxic waste. What a perfectly decent Pokemon. Hopefully its evolution won't completely ruin it. Game Freak. Mega Ampharos must have given this Pokemon its hair care regimen. The Pokemon equivalent of a midlife crisis. Aw, how cute! Look at that 1,000-yard stare. There's not a single thought behind those eyes. Behold, the first puppy that's painful to cuddle. I can be your angel or your devil. Or something in between. Another Pokemon to add to my ever-growing seafood buffet. They must have made this Pokemon specifically for Hex Maniac enthusiasts. I'm pretty sure the real reason James left his Marini in Alola is because he didn't want to deal with the hugs of this Pokemon. Shouldn't you be traveling with a green ogre? Ew. I thought we were in Hawaii, not Australia. Finally, grass that can cut itself. That's one less chore off my list. I vote we change this Pokemon's category to Girl Boss Pokemon. They already have the Girl Boss pantsuit. Apparently, the caps on its head are delicious, but that just makes me wonder how many people were poisoned before somebody found that out. Why does this Pokemon look like it's wearing a diaper? I always thought the markings on this Pokemon's back looked like one of those sticky hand toys. I feel like even showing this Pokemon would get me in trouble with YouTube. This Pokemon is... lit. A pink Pokemon with ears that look like fairy wings? This has to be a fairy type, right? Once again, false advertising. It's punishment time! I can tell why these things are endangered. They look delicious. If you seriously admit to looting this Pokemon, I'm reporting you to the feds. I didn't realize they filmed RuPaul's Drag Race in the Alola region. Slay! Definitely the most obvious kind of Pokemon to make when creating a region based on Hawaii. Though you'd think they'd do something more with it. Ew, did someone accidentally drop their disgusting NFTs into my Pokemon list? Go scam people somewhere else. With a name like Wimpod, I too would always look that depressed. Scolipede, you are most certainly not. I think my previous roast says it all. Ah! Run! It's the most terrifying creature in existence! A sandcastle. This Pokemon makes me want to puke-oo-moo-goo. This has got to be One of the most uninspiring Pokemon designs of all time. Even its evolution is boring. Haven't I seen you in a FNAF game? Oh no! We didn't make enough original Pokemon for this region's dex! Time to fill the empty space with a Pokemon based on the most useless animal in existence. Also, again, this is Hawaii, right? Not Australia. You and Darumaka must be good friends. As if living rocks weren't dangerous enough, we now have to deal with living rocks that can electrocute you. Why do people want a vacation here again? I bet this guy gets an amazing Wi-Fi signal. A Pika clone that parodies the concept of Pika clones in a dark and spooky way? What an incredible concept! What? You're saying this isn't the region's official Pika clone? You disappoint me, Game Freak. I still cannot get over how ugly this thing is. But hey, still better than Type-Null. You ever see a pet so old and decrepit that you feel sorry for it? I'm getting the same vibes from this guy. Doesn't turning them Ice-type kind of ruin their own namesake? You'd think the fact that it goes by an older name would be a little more important. This looks less like a unique form, and more like someone got really into drawing a regular Ninetales. This Pokemon seems pretty badass, until you realize that it's just a bunch of angry seaweed. I bet this Pokemon would make a great battering ram! Speaking of which... Oh, dragon types! I'm both respecting your privacy by knocking, but I'm asserting my authority as a fairy type by coming in anyway! These so-called guardians of Alola seemed like they'd be more important to the game's story, right? But no, it's all about the Ultra Beasts. You are an extremely short-lived meme, huh? Even more short-lived than Esper. I bet this Pokemon would make a great apple slicer in a pinch. The Power Rangers must have accidentally left their Lion Zord here. I only have 2 words for you. Mahina Pia! Don't try to wear this Pokemon as a hat. That's exactly what it wants. Wanna know how to defeat this Pokemon? Just wait for his heart to give out. Ew, a cockroach! Somebody get the raid! Yeah, this Pokemon seems scary, but I'm mostly distracted by its weird chicken feet. The only Pokemon whose neck could rival Alolan Exegutors. We better warn Paper Mario about this guy. If you think this guy's name was gross enough, wait until you see its category. Oh good, another one of those fusion legendaries. Did we really need Kyurem II? Do I need to say it again? Original the Pokemon. Do not steal. Yeah, let's pump this already bloated legendary roster with even more legendaries. Great idea. Why does this Ultra Beast have a rotisserie chicken body, poison, and dragon? Challenge accepted. Keep this guy away from any giant Tentacruel. I bet you can find this guy dragging kids into the sewer. Okay, this is just someone's persona. You want these brand new Pokemon for your decks? Well, you better start going outside, loser. Let's start by getting all the monkey memes out of the way.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Keep it going.
Stinky.
Let it all out. Bouncing baby bunnies burning brightly. Raboot? Isn't that how Canadians say it? You gotta hand it to the devs for restraining their urge to make this Pokemon a firefighting type. You should try going to therapy before it's too late. Ah, never mind, it's too late. He evolved into an emo kid.
I'm an emo kid, non-conforming as can be. You'd be non-conforming too if you look just like me.
Edna Mode will have some choice words for you. I feel like I've seen you in a crappy Pokemon Emerald hack before. What an odd choice to represent one of the 7 deadly sins. Oh, I see. This Pokemon is a cheater! Quoth the Pokemon, nevermore. Will I ever want to play this game again? Imagine having an intimidating appearance and great strength, only to be turned into a taxi for hairless apes. Blip bug, what do you see? No joke, I misread their category as the random Pokemon, and I said to myself, yeah, that sounds about right. Can you blame me? Why does this Pokemon have windshield wipers for eyebrows? I bet this Pokemon moonlights as a chimney sweep. Thief will no thieving. Evil, no thieving!
Oh, man!
You know, pouncing on any other animals besides dogs is usually a sign of distress. Block, block. All of you are blocked. None of you are free from sin. Keep this Pokemon away from any purple dragons. You know, I was convinced that Wooloo didn't evolve at all, because nobody ever talks about or does fan art of this guy. Look for the next Peanut special coming soon. You're a Pokemon, Charlie Brown! Apparently, this guy's horn is supposed to be a cleaver, which further adds to my impaled in the head joke from the last Galar video. I can't believe the Pokédex is doing my job for me. According to Game Freak, Corgis evolve into Greyhounds. The Gossifleur line, proving once again that Game Freak isn't above using the same ideas over and over again. Something must have gotten lost in translation. This just looks like the last Pokemon but in disguise. They see me rolling, they hatin', because I'm a rip-off of Roggenrola. This is, without a doubt, the dumbest Pokemon design to date. Not even the literal garbage Pokemon can top it. What if we took Magcargo and added more capitalism? Another Pokemon specifically designed to be eaten. And by Bird Brain over here, no less. The evolution isn't even any better. It's asking to be barbecued. Ma, there's a weird fucking cat outside. He looks like Grandma. I really hope this Pokemon doesn't start singing about cutting ice. I know it's supposed to be like a splash of milk, but it looks more like an udder to me. Well, completionists, I hope you didn't have a big lunch, because if you want all of these forms, you'll need to do a lot of spinning. Between these guys and Alchemy, it's clear that Game Freak must be starving their designers. It must sting to be overshadowed by that other evolution. But let's be real, nobody's gonna buy a life-size plush of you. Someone must have gotten tired of roasted duck jokes. Though I don't think having an even bigger leak's gonna help. You're just giving people more ingredients, ammo. How does it feel to be the signature Pokemon of these two absolute clowns? What if we made this already awful Pokemon even worse? Remember, kids, if you let the coral reefs die, you'll get a cool new Pokemon! You see the problem here? You wouldn't happen to be from a town called Nilbog, would you? Oh, no, we already have one emo kid, and that's already too many. This Pokemon is in the human egg group. Let that sink in. And then promptly grab yourself a barf bag. This Pokemon is way more hashtag relatable than Morpeko in its stupid hangry mode. You really should think about getting a haircut. It's so matted that it's practically taking you over. This is what happens when Miss Magius goes through bimbofication. Forget James's old wheezing. He should just get one of these instead. It suits him better. This isn't even a good pun. From this angle, this Pokemon looks like it's wearing a cowboy hat. All the Unovan Pokemon floating around this region must be influencing the local fauna. What bootleg mobile game did you sneak out of? Watching this Pokemon strum its growths will most definitely make you barf if Grimmsnarl didn't. I would ask why did we need another Cobra Pokemon, but apparently this is based off the false Cobra, which means this Pokemon's just a poser. My Sandaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun! He's crying because he just learned what British people used to do with mummies. Huh, forget Malamar. Try getting this Pokemon without a guide. The devs must have felt like doing a little trolling themselves. Let me guess, these two Pokemon are gonna try to teach me the magic of friendship. I can't believe you gotta look for bootlegs within your game now. Did the designers really feel the need to give these Pokemon Pixar hips? I will try not to make a human centipede joke. Oh wait, just saying that means I already did. Oops! Forbidden fruit gummy. Those eyelashes could rival even Serena's. Where's Agent 3 when you need them? Ew, why does this Pokemon have a butt for a nose? We already have Pyukumuku for that. Pokemon on Ice is starting to look almost as bad as Disney on Ice. I'm sure this Pokemon's rhyming skills are just as good as Shaquille O'Neal's. We already have a far superior fire to ice regional variant, thank you. Do I have to make the mirror bee joke again? Ugh, never mind, here he comes. They turned Stonehenge into a Pokemon. Do I need to say more? Do you think this guy's any good at Junior Jumble? Yep, still too ridiculous to be afraid of. And just wait until you see its Gigantamax form. I guess we didn't learn our lesson after Type Null, huh? I see these dragons took the liberty of doing themselves in before they got to me. Pity. He has the power of God and anime on his side. I'm more partial to this guy's shiny form. So fabulous! And I thought Gigantamax alchemy was sensory overload. You, sir, have issues. This takes thighs so thick they can crush a watermelon to whole new heights. Aren't you the guy that made the song Sandstorm? Yeah, Zarude Sandstorm! God, that joke was so bad, I'm so sorry. I've seen fan designs better than these. What a waste to reduce these two perfectly good legendaries into accessories for all I work out at the library here. Ugh, this script is getting way too long, and I still have the Gigantamax forms to get to. I don't really feel like doing a big ol' musical number again. These things don't deserve that much effort. Impromptu tier list time! Welcome to my very scientific and comprehensive tier list of all the Gigantamax Pokemon. And done. Well, thanks for watching. Okay, never mind. I'll actually do it this time. As you can see, we've got 5 tiers to choose from. Top tier, creative, okay, boring, and laughable. I'm not doing letter grades because that's very stifling for me. So, first off, we have Machamp. Yeah, he's just okay. He could be a little more exciting. Lapras, on the other hand, is very top tier. I love the music notes, so enchanting. Eevee, for some reason, has a Gigantamax form and I don't. And on top of that, it is very boring. It's just an Eevee that needs a trim really badly. Kingler is terrifying, but also quite creative. I love the bubble beard. I also really enjoy Mothra Butterfree. I know I joked about it in the last video, but I really do enjoy this design. It's so fabulous. Melmetal is stupid. I've never liked Melmetal. On top of that, his Gigantamax form is very boring. It's just a larger Melmetal. Like I've stated before, alchemy is very, very overwhelming to look at. But it's not the worst thing in the world. So I'm putting it in okay. Meowth is a dead meme, so it's laughable. Kaparaja is kind of boring. It's just a really large elephant. So is Charizard. They could have done something even cooler. This one is just okay. It's just a really, really edgy bird. It's a little better than boring, though. I'd say Gengar is pretty creative with its giant gaping mouth. I'm not sure what it is about Game Freak's designers and Gengar's mouth, but they just really like making him a giant mouth. Even his Mega Evolution's kind of a giant mouth. So fun fact, Flapple and Appleton have the same Gigantamax form, and for that, I'm putting it in the boring tier. Pikachu is just okay. I do enjoy that he is Fat Pikachu once more. This guy is just laughable on his own, and his Gigantamax form just adds more capitalism. This guy's Gigantamax form is also laughable. The most laughable, I'd say, because he just turns into a giant building. Garbodor is actually kind of dope. It's really kind of cool that he has like giant objects on him that have been abandoned by humans. Really sets the whole garbage thing at a whole new height. Hate this guy. This one's just okay. Really dumb. Also really dumb. This guy I have no opinion on, so he's going in boring. Also boring because it's just a fireball with a face. This one's okay. He's got a whole drum set, which is kind of cool. Meh. Meh. Again, I have to say that this guy is hilarious because he has a giant cleaver in his forehead. Venusaur is just okay. His plant just kind of grew even bigger than it usually is, kind of like his Mega Evolution. This is Sandaconda, isn't it? It's kind of interesting that he's a giant tornado. I'll give it that. Blastoise is pretty cool. He turns into a giant battleship. Really, really cool. I also really like Snorlax. I just like the idea that he slept so long that nature just kind of took him over. I'm not sure why this guy is on the tier list twice. I'm just gonna ignore this guy. And lastly, giant Fripp by the Foot Snake. He's alright. Alright, this is my comprehensive and very scientific tier list of all the Gigantamax Pokemon. If you disagree, then that is your opinion and also you're wrong. Anyway, I suppose I'll see you guys at the Hisui region, since that came out while I was on my quest. Well, see you later! Talk about a letdown. You were cooler when you were dead. I just love her lack of energy. Go girl, give us nothing. I'm sure someone in the art department is very pleased with themselves that their edgy Poké-Sona is now canon. With a beard like that, this guy could totally dethrone Delibird as the official Christmas Pokémon. That is, if it weren't for the unbridled power that is Pikachu with a Santa hat. We've gone from ripping off Disney to ripping off Disney ripoffs. It's a double ripoff! Game Freak, you are trying much too hard to make people care about this Pokemon. This Pokemon must be a big fan of Quailman. Try as you might, but your leg game will never surpass Serena's. Must be why they grow ball gowns in the future. This guy seriously needs a bath. It's a miracle trainers who ride these things aren't covered in mud afterwards. You know, I too would have that facial expression if I lived in a giant cinnamon bun. That better be frosting. Are you trying to get me demonetized? Just like in real-life dog breeding, being more vulnerable to your one main weakness makes you even more adorable. Enjoy it while it lasts, folks. This powerful new look must mean that Arcanine's finally a legendary like people used to think, right? No. This regional form is even more edible than its regular one. Look at that marbling! As if Game Freak was already running out of ideas, they just straight up reused the legend Gyarados is based on. Have they no shame? So apparently in the distant past, this Pokemon has a secondary grass typing due to it disguising itself as an apricorn. So wouldn't it make more sense that in the future it would gain a steel typing since it disguises itself as a metal Pokeball? Extended lore is so confusing. If this Pokemon didn't look like a Dragon Ball character before, then it sure as heck does now. Nice paint job, loser. You missed a spot though. Like, a really big one. This just looks like a Sneasel that fell into a taffy puller. This is only slightly less ridiculous than just creating a snowplow Pokemon. What did I say not too long ago about reusing already existing ideas? This is just Vulpix again. As if the original Zoroark wasn't emo enough. Go get some therapy for crying out loud. Hey, are you okay? That's a pretty nasty growth you've got on your neck. Might want to see a doctor about that. Someone on the design team must have been a hardcore brony. Ugh, another Unova Pokemon? Haven't the players had enough of this dumb region? You're kidding, right? They had the audacity to make a sexy pink female version of one of those Yu-Gi-Oh looking motherfuckers? Who is responsible for this? Who is responsible for subjecting my eyes to this abomination? This disgrace to fairy types? This fan fiction nightmare? This disgusting, revolting, vomit-inducing neon pink My apologies for that outburst. I'm just in complete awe. That has got to be the worst Pokemon I have ever seen with my own eyes. Don't show it again, for the love of... Sorry. I'm done now. Finally, after a long and arduous year and some change, I am finally done with my quest to troll every Pokemon. And now, I can rest